Heavyweight division is as terrifying as this. And the man he'll be facing, it's Roy Eddie the Beast Hall. Not sure anyone hits harder than the world's strongest man, a title he won in 2017. His hometown is Newcastle, UK. Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell. They're off.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Newcastle under Lyme, England, the first man to deadlift 500 kilos, the 2017 World's Strongest Man, Eddie the Beast Hall. Fighting out of the blue corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
Let's go.
And there's the bell to start the round. Ooh, a gut-busting right uppercut. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Welcome inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight.
You're getting everything tonight. You know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making of excuses, because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. A little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. They threw the hook, it didn't land.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Sluggers just want to mull you down. They want to walk straight through you as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About Eddie Hall in that last round, and a round that seemed like an eternity. They ring the bell, and here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He got caught clean by a left hook. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch as smart.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. What a punch.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Missed him with that uppercut. You can see he does not like being grabbed onto.
Tells me so much when a fight is holding on. It means they've been hurt, it means they're tired, or it means they don't know what to do.
No defense for that hook. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. How many more? Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up.
And he'll hug him again, but you can't blame him, can you?
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their pace. You're making them feel uncomfortable. It's something they're not used to. But there's a fashion of clinch as well. You can be a dirty clincher. Pull them, pull the arm out of the shoulder, lean on them, but do it on the blind side of the referee, so he doesn't know.
And once again, he gets clinched.
Yeah, you got to clinch. But the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about the...
Knocked down hard. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get back on their feet here as the referee continues the count. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
He's back on his feet, but his opponent is licking his chops right now.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Oh, that punch. Why weren't they covering up? Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knock. And there's the bell to start the round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute? You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Better be careful. The referee may take a point if he keeps clinching.
Sometimes you've got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight till your head clears, till you get your breath back, till the referee steps in.
His stamina is off the charts. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Both of these fighters have had their moments. Misses with the jab.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You can get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you've got fighters at these weight divisions, they'll stand there. They don't need a they need a phone book.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Good counter punching. And he wasn't ready for that counter. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That punch lands. Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. And he scores with the counter. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gonna try and relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. And he scores with the counter. There's a scoring blow. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them. Toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano. They're letting the shots go.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Tried to score with a jab. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision?
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Caught him. How about that time counter shot? Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. A wise veteran move there to clinch.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? That counter punch caught him clean. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say...
And he'll try and muffle the offense there with another clinch.
I don't know if it's a dancing competition or a fight.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play firm, play cool.
He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Every second.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. That one lands. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down. Big Eddie Hall took a big shot. And now they're right back into the fray.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now...
Where was the defense? Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. He takes a step back, recalibrates himself, and goes right after him again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself.
At some point, the corner has to say you're done. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Good punch. Beautiful counter punch. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, going to need a knockout. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest, so the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Smart move there. When you're in trouble, just hold on.
You cannot do it too often, because the referee's going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. A perfect counter lands. Get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. And a good decision here to hold on.
Had to hold on, getting hurt every time the punches land.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Eddie Hall in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
So once again, they'll clinch, and one of these fighters has got to take the lead here.
What you've got to do is you do it to get an advantage. The comparison is probably football. Ballers will pretend to hit and roll around 6 or 7 times just to get the advantage with the referee, so he tells them off. In fight game, I've got to get you to the point where you're complaining, you're getting frustrated, you try and butt me, you try and bite me, you try and do something out of character where the referee jumps on you and takes a point off you. That's the whole name of the game.
Nice veteran move here to hold on to his opponent to slow down the momentum.
Sometimes style makes fight, but this one, the style's just...
The defense failed them. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. Total change of styles to make sure they got it. Had every round in the bag. There was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.